Heavy shelling along the international border with Pakistan overnight. Pakistan shelled 25 points along the border in the Jammu sector. The BSF retaliated mortar fire and says the events are essentially to facilitate infiltration by the Pakistani side. The number of incidents seem to only have gone up after Prime Ministers of India and Pakistan met in New York to find ways to resume bilateral dialogue. Zafar Iqbal reports.
Remains of Pakistani rockets and shells that bombarded Indian villages through the night, starting at about 8 p.m. and continuing for at least 12 hours.
जहाँ पे ये बड़े-बड़े गोले भी फेंके गए, लोगों के घर में पड़े और इतनी दहशत रही, हम ये गाँव को अभी खाली करने वाले हैं बिल्कुल।
औरों को लगियां मकान पर गिरियां, खेतों में मुंजी लगाई है साहब, कैसे क्या खाएंगे बच्चे, हम खुद क्या करेंगे?
From the line of control, now non-stop Pakistani fire along the international border, targeting as many as 25 BSF locations in the Hiranagar, Kathua, Samba, RS-Pura and Pargawal sectors. The biggest ceasefire violation since 2003 when the ceasefire came into effect. Multiple infiltration bids were foiled during the night, says the BSF. One infiltrator was killed in the Samba sector. 2 BSF jawans were injured in the Pargawal sector.
क्या ये फायर काफ़ी देर रात तक चलता रहा, लेकिन हमारे जवानों के फायर से और हमारे जवानों की अलर्टनेस से ये इन्फिल्ट्रेटर मारा गया और बाकी मिलिटेंट जो हैं वो क्रॉस करने में नाकाम रहे.
There have been 150 ceasefire violations at the LOC in just the last 2 months alone. And while the ceasefire violations have been usually taking place at the LOC, the international border has now erupted in a big way.
I think this is a serious matter, a matter of great concern to India. We will handle it with the greatest sagacity.
The last few months have seen repeated ceasefire violations all along the line of control and the international border. The army and the BSF say they are retaliating in equal measure. But the question is, all that enough or more need to be done to strengthen the infiltration grid and prevent such incidents from happening? In Jammu, Zafar Iqbal for NDTV.
Well, joining me to discuss this further, the former Army Chief General VP Malik, from the BJP Prakash Javadekar, and from the Congress Party Renuka Chaudhary. General Malik, let's come across to you first, sir. The incidents we're reporting now on the international border, not along the line of control, does that tell you something?
Yes, it is. Firstly, it is obvious that the handshake between Nawaz Sharif and our Prime Minister in New York a few days ago was a non-event. Apparently, either Nawaz Sharif is party to whatever has been taking place on the ground, or he has no control over the kind of infiltration and violations of ceasefire that are taking place. Let me make 3 quick points, Maya. First point is that observation of ceasefire can be done only when both parties want to do that. If one party violates it rampantly, as it has been going on, you cannot expect the other party to observe ceasefire. Second thing that I want to say is that it's more of a political problem. It is not a military problem alone. Political problem because the jihadis who are being trained inside Pakistan and who are being supported by not only the Pakistan army but even their politicians, they are the ones who are making attempts to infiltrate, and Pakistan army is supporting them. So it is more of a political problem, and expecting the DGMOs to speak on the telephone to each other or even to meet each other is not going to get us any results at all. And the third thing that I want to make a quick point is that look, while the politicians are talking to each other on this, let the military do its job professionally, as they have been doing and as they are expected to do it. Let us not stop them from retaliation when they have to.
Okay, important points. Thanks a lot, General Renuka Chaudhary. Let's take this across to you. General Malik making the point that the handshake in New York and the talks obviously meaningless, even though they had agreed for the DGMOs to talk. We've seen the number of infiltration attempts on the line of control and, also worryingly on the international border rise. We're talking about 25 just in one night attempts. Now, you know, the Prime Minister has come under a lot of criticism for actually having agreed to go on and talk to Nawaz Sharif, even as encounters were taking place on the border. How do you respond to these charges?
First of all, Maya, I think the time is that we all speak in one voice. Number two, by virtue of Prime Minister talking, you have to talk. You can't suddenly become trigger happy without even attempting to talk. So we are trying to talk and talk sense. Now, if Pakistan thinks that they can continue to provoke us and that they will get away with it, while Maya, you're mentioning that these attempts have been there on the international border, what needs to be also told to the country is that they have not been able to enter. They have not been able to penetrate. And our Jawans, our soldiers are alert at this line and they have not allowed anyone to come in. And that is something that this country is always stayed peaceful because of our brave Jawans who are on these borders and who are fighting back. Also, Pakistan needs to realize that we show a lot of patience and we're giving them a long rope, but they're not going to get away with it. Mr. Nawaz Sharif, as the General Saab has just said, he must make the world understand whether he is in control there, whether he is aware, is he party or not party. It's not for our Prime Minister to spell out. It is for Mr. Nawaz Sharif to come out and say what are his intentions towards India. And India is quite capable militarily and otherwise to take the necessary steps to fight back. We are not going to be sitting there passively while they think they can walk all over us. By virtue of being the larger partner, we tend to be a little more patient and a little more tolerant, but that doesn't mean that we will sacrifice our people as against Pakistan. That will never happen.
Let's take that to Prakash Javadekar of the BJP, because the BJP was extremely critical of Manmohan Singh going ahead with these talks. Mr. Javadekar, Renuka Chaudhary saying that you know, India cannot ultimately be taken for granted, even though it displays more patience. The Congress is very clear about that. So even though the Prime Minister has met with Nawaz Sharif, it does not mean India is going to sort of lie around and say, all right, go ahead and continue with these, we'll still keep talking. That's a very clear message from Renuka Chaudhary. How do you respond to that?
See, you can't talk when the terror is on. Peace talk and terror can't go together. That's the precise point. And let me just enumerate what is happening on the border. I am member of the Defence Standing Committee. I know many details, but I will refer only those things which are already in the public domain. What is in the public domain? More than 150 violations, very serious infiltration attempt, firing cover always from Pakistani regulars and Pakistani special forces. More, our beheading of our 2 soldiers, ambushing of our 5 soldiers. Every day our soldiers are getting injured or killed. Either day, 20 militants cross in and you have to employ full brigade. 3 militants come in Samba camp. They first attack the police, they kill the police. After 1.5 hours, they reach 10 kilometers, the Samba camp, no guards, and they go into it, and you have to use the battle tank to flush out the terrorists, 3 terrorists. So if that is the preparedness, it's a very serious thing. Let me tell you again,
I'm sorry,
that
Mr. Javadekar.
it was Manmohan Singh in Parliament. 1 minute. It was Manmohan Singh in Parliament who told after 9/11, after 26/11, and after repeat attempts, he told that till Pakistan takes credible action against terrorism and doesn't stop terror operations from Pakistan land, we will not talk. He breached his own promise. That's our point.
I just want to say something.
Go ahead, Ms.
Yes,
Chaudhary.
I am so disappointed that Mr. Prakash Javadekar, you are using these alarmist ways for mere political gain. What a shame. When soldiers are fighting and battling at the borders, and the government, the Prime Minister has categorically stated that he will not accept any kind of terror from Pakistan. We have said, Mr. Javadekar, sometimes you should set your political ambitions aside and talk in the interest of the nation. You say that you are a member of the Defence Committee and you are trying to tell the country that we are not in defence preparedness. You don't want to say one word to say that our soldiers have been defending us and they have not allowed these chaps to come into the camp.
That issue of defense.
I think it's a sorry state of affairs, Mr. Javadekar. If that's all that you can talk about now.
That question of defence preparedness,
No,
General Malik as well. Very quickly, Mr. Javadekar.
Renuka ji,
Javadekar, I am the daughter of a
Renuka
soldier.
ji, let me
I am a
just
daughter of
reply
a
one
soldier. And let me tell you, it is
1 minute.
politicians like you. It is
1 minute.
politicians like
I
you
know.
who have no respect
I
for
know,
what happens
Renuka
to
ji,
our
I am
men at the
not-
borders.
Okay, ma'am, let Mr. Javadekar respond to
1
you, sir,
minute.
very quickly. Go ahead, sir.
Renuka, 1 minute. Renuka ji, I am not doing politics on this very serious subject. But the situation is more than what we contemplate, and the talks, if they are not resulting into anything, means nothing.
Right. Okay. Let's go to General Malik. General Malik, you talked about politics
This is from a
playing its
party
own
that
role and the
when
military
Vajpayee
playing
ji
its
went
own
there,
role.
they were burning
There are
our
two questions
flags.
that are emerging from this, General Malik. One, of course, the question of defence preparedness. The second is the kind of infiltration attempts, the number that we've been seeing. The Samba attack that Mr. Javadekar happened, in fact, just the day before the 2 days before the Prime Ministers met. As talks went on, Keren was taking place as well. So from a military man's perspective, break this down for us. Is this just about politics, or how do we take this forward?
Collectively, hopefully.
No, firstly, I wish we have political consensus over
Yes.
our national security, and particularly when we are dealing with Pakistan over such an important issue. And one is very sorry to see that the way they keep on accusing each other, which is not in the interest of the country. But coming back to your question, you see, while the talks are going on, and perhaps they will go on, the military on the border must continue to do its job. That is to stop infiltration, to make sure that there is no encroachment in our territory, and they must employ their proper military tactics, which means both defensive as well as proactive action. And that must continue till we find that the other party is able to stop this. Once they are able to stop infiltration from their side, the jihadis as well as the Pakistan army, I'm sure that there will be no attempt to violate the LOC by our troops. The other thing I want to mention here, you know, we have now mentioned two places, LOC as well as the international border, which is already demarcated, and the present incident is about that.
Right.
I do want to emphasize better coordination between the BSF and the army. If you recall, the BSF, the last incident in Samba took place when there was a gap of almost 2 hours between the incident in the BSF area and the police post and the army post, which showed not enough coordination.
On the ground.
That coordination must be ensured, and whatever has to be done to make sure that there is better coordination must be done immediately.
Got it, General Malik. Thanks a lot. We're unfortunately completely out of time. We'll have to leave it there. The army man does get the last word on this issue. Political consensus extremely important. That's the message from the army as well across political parties. Both Mr. Javadekar and Renuka Chaudhary nodding their head in agreement with that singular comment. Also, an important point that General Malik has made is about better coordination between the army and the BSF. That's one thing that seems to have emerged from these infiltration attempts and shelling that's taking place on the line of control as well as distinctively on the international border, which is demarcated in the Jammu sector. That's unfortunately all we have time for tonight on the Buck Stops here.